Hi, I'm Patty Walker. I'm a farmer here by Webster City, Iowa.
I'm Kris Walker. I farm with my husband near Webster City, Iowa. I had some friends that had taken Annie's project, and I knew that I was interested in it because I had just left Iowa State University and wanted to reconnect with campus. And I had heard that Managing for Today and Tomorrow was just starting in Ames. And I also knew that my mother-in-law had taken some estate planning courses and felt like she would be interested in the course as well.
Kris called me and said, there's this Annie's project. Would you like to go to it with me? And I said, I thought that was a great idea.
So we enrolled together and we took Managing for Today and Tomorrow.
And we just thought it was something we'd both learn from and be able to take home and communicate better. My husband and I are getting towards retirement age, and we thought that we needed to update our wills, and we have 4 kids and wanted to be able to do the right thing, and we had not talked about it at all. So it gave us a good line of communication to start thinking about those lines of retirement.
First of all, just wanted to really start the conversation and get the business of not only having the conversation with our larger family, but also the conversation within my nuclear family with my husband, as well as to learn some more about the legalese that goes into estate planning.
Well, I think that the challenge was getting my husband to admit we're gonna get older and retire someday. But farmers are like their own little islands too, and they're not much on, they want to concentrate on what they're doing. We were able to kind of say, let's look at our future, that we've raised these kids and we've had a farm, and so now it's time to think about retirement.
I think one of the best things that came out of it was that my husband and I really sat down and had that goal setting talk. I think a lot of times as spouses and partners in business, maybe we don't formalize your goals the way that we did after that particular meeting. I know that in an industry setting, the first thing you do when you sit down with your boss is to talk about what your goals are for the year, and it's so easy to not do that as husband and wife. And then to add to that you're actually business partners, that's a whole different dynamic that had we not had that as an assignment, I probably wouldn't have done it. So I think that was a fantastic thing to sit down and do, and then to come back and revisit.
I think Annie's project is one of the best things that happened to me since we've been farming. I just wish it would have started about 30 years ago. I learned a lot. I understand a lot of things about farming that I didn't before. I think that Annie's project, for anybody that's involved in any way with farming, you're gonna get a lot out of it, as well as the communication with other women that are in the same position. That gives you that opening for just being able to talk to somebody in the same position. It was really nice to be able to get to know other women all over the state. We like that a lot.
I think after I've taken the class, for sure, I have a lot bigger network. I think I've connected a lot more with my county extension folks, for sure. Maybe not necessarily by virtue of Annie's project, but because I've met them, they conducted the course, and now I feel like I can walk in there. And I've also become a lot more active in my extension area. I'm on the extension council, and I'm actually on the programming committee. So I have a voice in what happens in my county. I encourage anybody I know to take the class, especially Managing for Today and Tomorrow. Yes, it's important for ag women, but really, if you think about it, in our area, I don't think that we are farther removed from the farm than we used to be, but I don't think that we're that far removed that there isn't a single one of us in rural America that couldn't benefit from this program. I really do. I think that there are pieces of it that are important to all women who are thinking about their children and thinking about passing on something to the next generation. I also think that women who are at all associated with agriculture can benefit from Annie's project. Whether or not you are a landowner and you rent your land to someone, or you are a family member who is not necessarily actively involved in the farm, but you have family that is. There are so many things that just as base level knowledge can help understand the bigger picture of agriculture. In where we live this is the breadbasket of America, and the more educated we can be about where our food comes from and the reason why we do the things we do, the better off we all be in rural America.